being able to witness someone going through the same suffering right now, knowing we all suffer, but at least I don't suffer alone. And he managed to do it, I will manage to do it. Observing the actions. Nobody needs to tell you, keep going, keep going. No, sometimes it's enough to just watch somebody, see the suffering, but at the same time also see he still keeps on going.
Today's video was sponsored by Huel, a quick, affordable, nutritionally complete source of food that has everything that your body needs. So if you want to find out more about Huel, head to the link in the description.
Either it's inside or it's not inside. Either you sense it or you don't sense it. Either you have the spirit or you cultivate it if you want to have it. Okay? This type of energy just doesn't lie. So, and just like now talking about all of these pictures, when I train together with my brothers, I can feel when their weakness comes. I can feel when they're about to give up. And vice versa. And we all feel it about ourselves. And this is now the point where sometimes people know what to do. But it's still better to sometimes be reminded by someone. Or even being able to witness someone going through the same suffering right now, knowing we all suffer, but at least I don't suffer alone. And he managed to do it, I will manage to do it. So it is sometimes just by observing the actions. Nobody needs to tell you, keep going, keep going. No, sometimes it's enough to just watch somebody, see the suffering, but at the same time also see he still keeps on going. So this is then suddenly opening up also your ability to have that own trust and hope is possible. And so it just opens the mind. And if many people on a constant basis are confronted with these things and doing this type of training, then this group dynamic is simply a really strong one. Yeah, and now this all also doesn't just apply to the field of martial arts. Like I said, there are many individuals who have their own things going on. So maybe the suffering doesn't come from the field of martial arts. Maybe the suffering comes from something else that happened in their private life. But same story here. Why do you sense a person? Because you have a connection. And so it's out of question for me, does the suffering come because you're doing the martial art, or does the suffering come because you have problems in your relationship? It doesn't matter. I can feel he's not feeling well, she's not feeling well, something must be done. And if I can do something, I do it. The closer, the deeper, the more intimate, the stronger the connection is, the feeling is that you have towards another person, then something very, very naturally, as a consequence, will arise. And that one is called compassion. With a close circle, it's easy to sense it. Yeah, if they are from your flesh and blood, chances are high it's naturally already existent. But it's also possible with, let's say, like in our place, as a community, a brother and sisterhood from different families. Even there, it's possible to create it. And the goal, jumping now really back into Buddhist teachings, is that this type of internal, this type of perspective, if you can help, you help. Why? Because you can sense the suffering of the other people. This is what we refer to as being compassion, as being compassionate or learning to cultivate this type of belongingness. So actively training yourself towards the direction of belongingness. If there's no connection, there can't be compassion. Very simple. Compassion is the natural consequence of very deep connection. Why? Because you are regarding the other person as part of your existence and life. So there is no alternative than just trying continuously the best to pull, either we grow together or nobody grows. Because you want to develop your body and your mind in comparison to other people, you want to become over average. Average is not enough. There is something as a martial artist that you want to optimize about yourself. Something is supposed to be better in comparison to other people. This better can mean you can hit harder, you can take more pain, you can lift your leg up higher than the average person, you can have more kicks within a certain period of time. So flexibility is over average, strength is over average, hardness of your body is over average, body coordination is over average, ability to focus is over average, ability to connect your body is over average. So there is something about you want more performance out of your body. This is martial arts. If you want to have 2 cars or 2 bikes and you want one of them to be faster, what you essentially want is one is supposed to be more performing than the other one. What do? You need an engine with more performance. How do you literally, what are the ways, for example, with an engine to increase the performance? Air intake. Air intake, why? More oxygen, more fire, more combustion. Same like with an oven. Right now, the bigger the house becomes, the more the oven needs to work, the more heat it needs to generate. How you do it, besides the fact of adding more wood? You need more air. We need more capacity. What do I do when I want to start increasing the performance level of myself? Number 1, for example, eat more, but I need to have better capacity and better refined breathing mechanisms. And this is where it simply comes into the practices that are, for example, known as Qigong. Some people nowadays say Qigong, energy practice. Yes, it's correct, but sometimes you get lost with your energy. I don't know which type of energy. So breathing. Okay, for me, Qigong is simply the part of increasing the capacity of your lungs, which means once you inhale, you try to inhale as much as you can. This is the first level. And the second level is increasing your ability in adjusting also the oxygen, the air level inside of you. The more I start to sweat, the more different my breath has become. Very naturally. When you start running, why suddenly the body naturally draws in, wants to draw in more air, because you are asking something from your body, performance, and in order for your body to deliver it, he needs fire now to burn. So this is the moment where also the air, the inhalation, the exhalation starts to increase. And because it's getting tiring, there sometimes it's good to have, like the Buddhist teachings, as a place of when you are out of question or when you don't know what to do anymore. There it's good to have the old teachings from the old teachers, to remind you a little bit. You read more about compassion and these things. So that means this is where I think, and also mentioned before, the force is the same. The power is the same. The methods, how to create fire, increasing your breathing rhythm, the capacity, regulating, for example, the methods are the same. So the energy is available. But the big difference is, what is the foundation in which this fire is being used? And if the foundation is not based on virtues, is not based on value, then the same force, the same energy is getting into a dark direction. It's getting into a destructive direction. The force is the same. The values, the principles are different. Okay? And this is why I think it is such an important aspect that within this field where we are finding ourselves, you need virtues. You need a guideline, and optimally based on compassion, because that's the breaker for everything. Without that one, because it's either it's compassion or you are separated individual. Separated individual has a very high sense of self-centeredness, and self-centeredness is what is causing problems in this world. The sense of belongingness is not the root for causing conflicts. It's this one.
I wish that was a message that the whole world could hear. That's fantastic.
You're going to make the world hear it.
I hope so. I hope so.
I have just received the Huel Daily Greens, and this is going to be my first time trying it. 1 scoop goes in, and I've been seeing this product everywhere, and I've wanted to try it for a long time. 91 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced nutrients, adaptogens, super greens, and fruit complex mushroom blend, dairy-free, probiotics, antioxidants. Now, I love Huel because I think they're absolutely amazing. All their products are. So I know that this will be great, but the reason I wanted to try this is because a lot of the time I don't get enough time to get in all those things that are in there. And this is how I will now do it every morning that quickly, 10 seconds. Ooh, I was expecting it to taste really manky, but that's really good. If you want to find out more about their daily greens, one of the most convenient products, I think, with all of that in there, you can go to the link in the description where you can get a discount code. I want to say a massive thank you to Huel for supporting us. They are supporting our physical endeavors, our podcast, our business, because the thing that is so precious about the Huel product for me is the time that it saves. The amount of time that you can waste throughout a day is incredible. And with food and nutrition planning, it is very difficult. So to know that you can do this and have everything that you need in 1 scoop is absolutely mind-blowing for me. So head to the link down below.